just watched this video on YouTube called Mishka Sings Jingle Bells. Oh my gosh, this thing, like there's these dogs and it was the cutest thing in the world. So now I'm officially convinced that I need to have a dog. It's a husky named Mishka because Uncle Jim in Alaska has huskies, but they don't sing jingle bells and my cat doesn't sing jingle bells, so I need a jingle bell singing dog. Anyways guys, today I wanted to bring you an updated foundation routine. This is mainly for people with acne. It's covering so you feel kind of secure, but it's light so you don't feel cakey. And it involves no powder. Oh, do you like my mess? I cleaned up the Halloween decorations, but do you like how there's like a twister? This isn't actually one twister. This is like 3 twisters all tied together. Sorry, my hair clip's really ugly. This is 3 twisters all put together because we had a Halloween thing and we had to make room for people. So yeah, it's twisterific. And then this is really pretty. I think it's gorgeous. It's purple. It's an orchid. I like it a lot. But today I wanted to bring you this foundation routine. Oh, I'm just so happy to be back here with you. Foundation routine that's easy, it's simple, it's quick, and it does use concealer and it uses foundation, and it's basically to create an everyday look that's simple, that's covering, but it's not overdone. So you feel great, but you don't look cakey and you don't feel like you had to spend a ton of time getting ready. So yeah, that is all. This is what it looks like with makeup on and hair down and stuff. So I will get into the tutorial and just show you guys how I like to do it. So I'm going to be kind of struggling doing this just because I have to do this off of like a little handheld mirror because this camera doesn't have a mirror that I can see or anything. But we will get started. And the first thing I start off by doing is washing my face and applying a serum. Now this line also has one with SPF, which I love for daytime use. But go figure, I decided to use this one today, and the main thing is to put this on and let it kind of soak in. So it's been about 10 minutes since I've applied this. You could eat breakfast, you could brush your teeth, do whatever else it is you do in the morning or before you put on your makeup. And just really let this penetrate so it's not sticky and like gooey on your face, but your face still has, you know, a little bit of kind of like a primer on it, since we won't be using a primer for this look. Next, I am applying my concealer, and I am using Hourglass Hidden. My color is Pearl, and you guys know that I usually don't go in with a lot of concealer. Reason why is because I would be dotting concealer like dot, 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 dot all over my face for 20 minutes. I find that because I have so much acne and so much problems and scarring, and just pustules, that it takes so much time that I usually just apply a thick foundation and it works. But for a really light look like this, I do like to use a concealer. Now use whatever concealer you like. I love this one because it is in my color. It is very important that you use a concealer in your color because if it's a little bit off, it will be noticeable since we are going so light today. Also, I like this one because it is a thicker consistency, but when you kind of emulsify it on your fingers, it becomes a little bit warmer, and you can really kind of play with it and mold it so it does cover bumps, it does cover all sorts of things. So I'm going to start off by applying this. If you want, you can apply it to your finger first and then on. You can apply it with a brush. I just apply mine straight to my face and then wipe it off with a little baby towelette antibacterial once I'm done so it doesn't spread more bacteria. Also, I'm not applying this to every single spot on my face because it would literally be my entire face. I'm really only concentrating on some of the bigger spots, and then I'm going to kind of work this out with my finger to kind of get it to cover the smaller spots a little bit more. I actually learned this tip from Eric, who is the international makeup artist for Urban Decay. But you put a little bit of line just on top of your nose, and it kind of fakes the highlight for you. Sorry if there's like a bunch of noise around here. So you're kind of highlighting before you even put on your foundation, and it really just kind of gives you an even look. And then if your nose isn't the same color, it really tries to even that out. So once I'm done with this, I'm going to use my finger just to warm this up and really pat this in. You can probably see the spots where I have concealer and where I don't have concealer, and we just want to blend out these edges so that it looks like I'm wearing We just want to blend out these edges so you can't see those awkward spots or lines. So now that I've got that on my face, it's pretty well blended in. There are days where I would feel comfortable going outside like this, but when you want just that natural little bit of coverage but not too much, I do go in with my foundation. And you really only need one that you like. Hi phone. You really only need one that you like, but I am using the Makeup Forever HD. Reason why is because it has a little bit of dewiness to it. Again, this is not a super mattified look, but the reason that I'm using two different colors, I'm using 117 and 118 because I want to be a little bit lighter on the inside of my face and a little bit darker on the outside. Now I'm going to start with a lighter color, but the key here is to literally just apply one pump. Usually I would use 2 to 3 pumps on my entire face, neck, and chest. This literally you only need one. So I'm just applying a very small bit, and I'm only going to apply this right here, kind of on the inside of my face. Because the darker color is going to go on the outside of my face. So I'm just using this kind of like where my cheekbones are, maybe a little bit on the sides of my nose, my forehead, and then down my neck and chest. And again, the key here is to apply it with clean, washed hands. And you just want to pat this on. So I know this probably looks really funky, but this gives an amazing skin tone texture, and it actually covers fairly well without looking cakealicious. And of course you could let this dry and do another layer, but like I said, I want mine to be very, very light, very, very natural. So I'm only going to be going in with one layer. But literally you just want to pat this onto your face. And it does take time, like you're going to sit here and tap your face for like ever, but really if you just go like this, it gives it the best texture in my opinion from my experience. So I'm just going to sit here and tap my face. Now if you guys can see, it may look like my chest is super pink. And it may look like the foundation is completely the wrong color, and it will look like that for a little while, but that's because I'm rubbing the area. The more you rub your skin, the more blood is going to flow to that area. So to actually see what color your foundation is, you do have to wait 5 to 10 minutes for that blood flow to slow down so it doesn't look 50 colors like this. You'll actually be able to see your skin versus your foundation, or if they're actually matching. Also, many times foundations take a couple minutes to oxidize, which means they'll get a little bit darker, so you want to make sure to give them time to do that as well. Next, I'm going to take just a little bit of the slightly darker color, and I'm going to even take less of this than I did the first color, the lighter one, because we have less surface area to cover. But I'm just going to apply this to kind of like my low jawline, and maybe just a touch down the sides of my neck. So now normally I would kind of go in with a powder or something like that, but for a day like this, I don't want to be super mattified. If you're going to be taking photos, or if I'm going to do a photo shoot, I want full coverage and mattification. But mattified skin actually makes people look older than they actually are. It shows more imperfections as far as wrinkles go. So keeping a little bit of dew to your skin keeps it natural and good looking, but we want to be dewy but not oily. So I'm going to be applying an oil control setting spray. I know that in Europe when I went to Prague, a lot of people didn't have setting sprays out there. There are ways to make your own setting spray, which we may talk about, but this is just the one that I'm using. It's the Urban Decay D-Slick, and I'm going to spray this over my face. That's kind of going to set it, and it's not really going to act as a powder, but it's going to set it like a powder would. So it'll keep us in place, it'll mattify some of the shine, but still keep us a little bit dewy. So as you guys can probably see, I've just finished spraying it, and right now I look even oilier than I was before. Reason why is because this is a liquid spray. As this dries and as it evaporates off, my skin is going to look a little bit less shiny. So I'm just going to hang out and let that do its thing. So as you guys can see, once that's set, we are all done. I feel covered and I feel confident, but I don't feel overexposed at the same time or overly cakey. And you can still see a couple pimples through there, but it is very, very difficult. And literally, if you're just talking to someone looking like this, if you've got your hair done and a nice outfit on, people are going to be looking at you and concentrating on you. You're not going to see that I or anyone else who's wearing this has acne. Now, if you look and if you really inspect the skin, you'll be able to see it. But this is a way to get by every day. It's light, it's easy, it's natural looking, and because there isn't a ton of powder, it doesn't make you look older than you actually are. The dewiness kind of gives you a youthful look. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this. Be sure to tell me what you think. I love you all very much. And my Twister game loves you. We should all play Twister together because it fits a lot of people. But we should all have a giant Twister party. Anyways, I love you guys. Tell me what you think of this. If you have a foundation routine, be sure to post it as a video response. And I look forward to talking to you all soon. Love you guys. Bye.